First car I bought was a 1955 Crown Victoria Ford. I had to walk past this used car lot every day to get to the trolley car and the bus in Los Angeles. That's when I first got there. And this was a beautiful car, and I really coveted it. Of course, I had no money, and had to wait until I had some money to buy it. It was only $400, but that was a lot of money. And so anyway, this is in the key of A as usual. And John Lee, I got to play on shows with beginning in 1962. I got to know him as a friend, and I just marveled at the way he could play. And I'm sure he didn't know what he was doing, but he just knew how to do it somehow. You know, he was another self-taught, played by inspiration. Most of the tunes he played was in an open A chord, but I sort of transposed his thing into, you know. Rolling to town in my slick Crown Vic. I'm feeling kind of restless, gonna find me a chick. Have no loving in God knows when. I'm dreaming about a woman ain't got no man. She moved round the corner like a vision in a dream. Picture of love like coffee and cream. I eased on up and I tooted my horn. I said, you're the sweetest thing that ever was born. Well, I'm ready for love and I won't be tricked. I'm ready for love and it's you I picked. Come on in now, give it a whirl. I'm drive you, baby, all over the world. She gave me a look as I pulled up beside her. The glow of her eyes made her seem even finer. I said, excuse me, ma'am, if I look transfixed. Come on, ride in my slick Crown Vic. It goes on and on.
Wow.
But that's it. It's sort of like the boogie chillin' thing,
Right,
you know?
right. It's all on one chord.
Yeah,
until
one
you get to
chord.
the bridge.
And then I made up this bridge. I'm ready for love and I won't be tricked. I'm ready for love and it's you I picked. Come on in now, give it a whirl. I'll drive you, baby, all over the world. This is a great one here. So you it's like, so if you're like in the key of A, and if you do this and push up.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta develop some strength in the fingers to do those things.
Without callus, I'm a dead man.
Right.
No, I've been. I have to maintain them. I use heavier gauge than normal, so otherwise I break them just so fast. So in order to bend strings that are this heavy, you have to have a lot of callus and be out of your mind.
Yeah, I like that kind of offbeat.
I know you love me.
And then your little finger goes all the way out to the 5th fret. seeing here is that players need to know these runs in all these different positions up and down the neck, and they need to kind of woodshed a little bit on that and figure out what the run in A is, starting at the 2nd fret and then going up to the 5th fret.
Exactly.
In the F position, going up to the D position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just know all those different runs up and down the neck, which you seem to do effortlessly, but you know.
It may look that way, but folks, I worked too hard to try to get that.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, you just drive anybody near you crazy because you're trying to work out something you hear in your head. And how could it possibly be possible to do that? And you work at it until you drive everybody nuts, and finally you get that little breakthrough and say, ooh, I got it.
Right. Yeah, it's hard work to make it look easy.
Yes,
right?
You got it, exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've had a phenomenal career. I've been able to work with so many of my idols, you know, and, you know, get to meet guys who never heard of, you know, that are just extraordinary players. You know, I mean, going back to Michael Bloomfield and then Robbie Robertson, Duane Allman, Jimi Hendrix, who was discovered playing with me.
That's right. You know, I heard the show at the Cafe Au
Go-Go. Were you there? Oh my God.
I was there with, you were backed up by Jimmy James and the Blue Flames.
Jimmy James and the Blue Flames, right.
And I was at a couple of those shows.
Man, that was a whole week, yeah.
That's right.
Well, he was approached by Chaz Chandler, and he went to England and big-time baseball.
Yep. That's right.
And so I've had a chance to work with some phenomenal players that, and of course, a lot of the old masters, Skip James and Arthur Big Boy Crudup, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I recorded without having even known who he was. Mean Old Frisco, one of my first songs I used to do. And that was Arthur Crudup, and I got to see him do it. And I said, whoa. Mm-hmm. And he was great. He was phenomenal. All these players that, you know, John Hurt, Babe Stovall. Oh, man, it's just great players.
We were lucky in that we were learning at a time when all these guys were being rediscovered. And at least by us, I mean, they didn't think they were being rediscovered. They knew where they were all along. But
when you get some money in your pocket for
that's right.
doing what you used to do 30 years ago, it must make you.
So these guys, started doing clubs and concerts and folk festivals and all that stuff. And we got a chance to hear them. And I think that was then you're carrying on tradition.
Exactly. You're carrying on. And the blues is a major tradition. It's so deep and wide. And fortunately, by the 20s, guys were getting recorded, and this stuff will always be. You'll always be able to go back and hear Tampa Red and Big Bill or whoever, you know. I mean, that, you know, because they got to record, and it's just a wealth. And to be part of this tradition is just an honor for me. I've always, you know, just been in awe of players that could tap into that like emotional freedom, that tension. I don't know how to exactly articulate it, but it's just inspiring. And it won't ever go away. You know, I mean, it'll always be there, thankfully.
Well, John, it's been fabulous spending time with you here and seeing up close what you do on the guitar. And
I was told that Son House, when he was rediscovered, he had forgotten how to play. And it took a 14-year-old Canadian kid to show him his old stuff.
Wow.
Colin Linden.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? And he got right back into it. He just had, oh, that's right, I did that. And he got the feeling back, you know. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
It took me a long, long time, baby, to find out my mistake. It took me a long, long time, baby, to find out my mistake. But I bet you my bottom dollar, man, I'm fattening no more frogs and snakes. Find out my downfall. for back in 1968. Found out my downfall back in 1968. Yeah. And I'm telling all of my friends, I'm fattening no more frogs and snakes. Found out my downfall back in 1968. Found out my downfall back in 1968. And I'm telling all of my friends, I'm fattening no more frogs and snakes. Man, it's 2006. Baby, I gotta correct all of my mistakes. 2006, honey. Baby, I gotta correct all of my mistakes. And I'm telling all of my friends, I'm fattening no more frogs for snakes.